Bubsy4D is allegedly a game that came out this year, last week, in the past 30 days, I'm not sure, but I wanted to make a playthrough of this game because I even knew, and the game was only like 3 or 4 hours long, so I was like, easy, we do this, pretty simple. But it was the saddest let's play I ever made. It was just me being immensely bored and say, yeah, Spyro 1 did better. Yep, Spyro is just better. I hate Mario 64. I hate Mario Odyssey. Spyro's better game. Why are they copying Mario and not Spyro? The first thing that I noticed was like, doesn't this game look like Demon Tide? The coloring, the animation, the character design, the dialogue is cringe like Demon Tide.
And I'm sure you are, so why don't we...
Enough talk! When we meet, you'll be toast.
That's it. I'm going to die today.
And yes, this game is made by the same studio, and surprise, surprise, it plays the same as Demon Tide. It's like an official spin-off on Demon Tide, where you play as Bubsy. I only played the original Demon Tide for like a couple of hours because I don't like movement slop. Luckily, Bubsy is only 3 or 4 hours long, so I didn't, I had to stop in the middle of the game. Just finished it. Of course, this is if you don't care about 100% the game, i.e. there's the speedrunning speed medals. Alright? This game has 15 levels, 3 of which are bosses. And if you don't care about the levels, like at all, collecting everything, you can beat it in like 4 minutes. 7, even less maybe. Isn't that crazy? In this game, the levels are uninspired, no theming, no level design, just blocks and stuff plopped about here and there. And the yarn, the collectibles, that are useless, are plopped about here and there. Like, there's no intention besides make a level first and then sparkle the entire level with stupid collectibles. Same with the enemies in this game. I think I can count them in like one hand, and I mean for the whole game, not just per level. I don't even know how. They're not real enemies. They're just there. You press the launch button, they die, and they give you nothing back. Like just there in some level, just there for no reason. I think it's like they had to have them because there was like a checklist. We need to have enemies. Alright, you go, checklist done. But it's like useless, right? It's just useless because they do nothing. So why are they in the game at all? It's just like Mario 64. It's just the same. Yeah, dude, let's use Mario 64 as our basis to make good games. Just like in that game, the enemies are useless. And there is another collectible, the blueprint, which is in hidden areas, or side areas, or outside areas that they're supposed to be away from the main path. I don't know, man. It's so bad. It's like, yeah, this is the main area. Here there is no blueprint. But if you want to have a blueprint, go this way. It's so boring. It's so bland. Now, what do you use the collectible for? The yarn is used to buy skins, and with the blueprint, you buy more movement slop. Like a spinning jump from Mario, a long jump from Mario. Being able to cling to surfaces to not slip off. I don't know, man. I hate movement slop. It's just so boring. Now I know people don't like the word slop. I know people don't like that word. I love it personally. This game is movement slop. That's what it is. There's the only way you can describe this game is movement slop. So you may ask yourself, what is movement slop? What is it? A movement slop game is where a game gives the player a large number of movesets that ruin the game and the game design and the level design and all. And the game becomes a joke. Why? Because you can just skip the whole level. Because the level design is not made with the movement slop in mind, but it's just an afterthought. So they make it a level, and then it's like one team makes the level and the other team makes the movement slop, and they don't talk. So there is no symbiosis between the level design and the movement. So your moveset is too powerful for the level, so you can just skip it. You can just jump around. There is no challenge. There's no way you can fall because you have 5 jumps. You know, it's impossible. You know, so there's no challenge because the challenge is not the point of the game. The point of the game is movement slap, but it's not fun. It's just a sandbox for how quick you can finish a level. Who wants that? It's like a bad version of Neon White or something. Like, at least Neon White has mechanics. This game has no theming, no level gimmicks. I tell you, there's no level gimmick, no intention. There's no intentional level design. It's just a Unity model, right? Just a Unity model, and it's raised. Just to raise the Unity model here and there, and they plop in squares, random floating cogs. Just make no sense. It's really depressing when you see it. Just like, wow, floating stuff, squares, like literally just squares. And all this level that they made, you can just skip it with movement. You can just jump over everything. You can lunge over everything. You can roll, jump. You can roll, just fine, jump again, lunge. You're right at the end of the level. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. To understand what a good game is, we need to look at Spiral 1. Alright, just like in the video that I wanted to make, let's play. This is how I will, gush over Spiral 1. But what I mean is that you have a movement set, and you use that movement set at this max. You use the gameplay design to its fullest. What I mean, Spiral 1 has intentional gimmicks and level design. Not only that, let's say in this game, in Spiral 1, you need to collect gems. So it's like, how do we do this? Make it fun. Alright, we sparkle around the level, but then we put it in boxes, and then maybe harder boxes, so the player has to use the charging mechanic. And what about the enemies? If you just make the enemies not drop gems, people could just skip them and not care about them. But if you put the gems inside the enemies, people will be like, oh, enemy, need to kill it. And so the enemies become like a moving, attacking chest. Genius. And the levels are like open-ended. They don't end when the level ends. It could end and then just a little bit more, or maybe there's an area at the side, and this and that, and there's all these things the Spiral 1 does that are genius, right? And it's a great level design. Whereas Bubsy4D is inspired by Mario 64, and Mario 64 sucks. Enemy suck, level design suck. It's just area plop stuff about. You're in this game, it's like, oh, in this part you need to jump, you need to double jump, and then it's like, oh, you need to roll because the game is can roll, right? You become a ball because they have inflation fetish, and then you just roll, and it's like, oh, in this part of the level you need to roll. Oh, insert part of the level where you need to roll. Wow, are you ready? Roll here, and it's terrible because if you touch anything, it just fly off. It just bumps and it's terrible. And it's like, why isn't the game? But in general, it's uninspiring because it's like the rolling is not a mechanic that is used throughout the level. Check out the charge in Spiral 1. It's not a mechanic that is used in the level. It's just like, here is a section we need to roll, we need to have game variety, and we make this mechanic. Please use it. Please go fast. In this game there are 3 bosses. One boss is the Rafa Cortex boss. I'm not joking. Where there's a ball and it follows you. It's just the same arena. The boss is just worse. I don't know how you do that. It's worse. You don't even have to be in a ball. You just need to walk around. You just dodge everything, and then you go in the tube, and you shoot, and you just shoot yourself against the ball 3 times. Another one is like a Crash to Insanity boss. I don't know, man. I think, yeah, it's like the Cortex Crash to Insanity boss, the first boss in the game. Just a goat, and what you do, you go left or you just go right, and then you do nothing, and then you eat the boss 3 times, but it's like 6 times, and it dies. The last boss is the more interesting one. It feels like Cortex from Crash 3, but it's not. That's what the feeling they give me. And it's like jump a lot, dodge everything, which is fun. Problem is infinity movement slop. I died many times because I was so done with this game. I was so bored with this game. But you just need to jump, and you have 6 jumps. You got the spinning jump, the double jump, and if you combine the long jump, you can jump and lunge. Like you can just do long jump again because you got a double jump, and then the lunge. It's impossible. You cannot die. You just need to be bored, mentally deficient, or DSP to die. Then it's a bad boss. If it was any other game, you'd be like, maybe this game, this level, this boss could be fun, right? But because it's this game, the boss is not that interesting, because it's just you using 10,000 jumps to just not die. So this is a game. But what is the real intention of the game? The real intention of the game is being a speedrunning slop game. Every single obstacle is not made for you to die normally in a normal game. No, it's made to you to lose time. It's to make you miss. So you need to start the level from the beginning again, and Bubsy to make you stupid dumbass quips every 3 seconds, every time you start. No one. That's the point of the game. That's the point of the level design. That's why you got areas, right? Which is like, please roll here, because they want you to roll here, because that's how the level is built. Because if you just normal level, you would just walk, right? Because it's for the time limit, you need to roll, and you can just fall off. You can just roll away, and you have to start the level again. This game is a time limit speedrunning slop game with movement slop. And so the level design is terrible on purpose, because they treat it like a sandbox speedrunning slop game. The problem is that speedrunning games is for autists, and speedrunning games are not made, they're created by autists, i.e. they love the childhood game and they just play it to infinitum until they can beat it in a couple of minutes. Creating a speedrunning game doesn't work because it doesn't exist. People don't play games because the speedrunning like friendly or whatever. No, it's because it's their childhood game. Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Spyro 1, Crash, Ratchet Clank 3, 2. Insert game. Maybe some games have glitches and bugs that people really enjoy. The Hobbit game, even then, is a childhood game, right? But it's like, yes, these weird glitches and people like and think it's fun. But otherwise, speedrunning games don't exist. It's just normal games that people enjoy playing and they take it to the fullest, and they're autists. This game is made to be for speedrunning, and it's terrible because you can see it, and so the level design suffers completely, and you just see it. It's just a series of platform to get to the end of the level. Now, I did it a couple of times, then I was like, fuck this, I'm sick of this. Why I'm doing this? This is just me being Sisyphus. Like, why I'm doing this? Just let the ball roll down, like, fuck off. I don't want to do this anymore. It's just terrible. But at least these guys robbed Atari, so I think that's a good thing.